going on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you the most in-depth action figure reviews here on YouTube. And today we're taking a look at the WWE Mattel San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Ultimate Edition Wrestlemania 12 Shawn Michaels. We have the showstopper, the headliner, the Heartbreak Kid himself. First and foremost, huge thank you to the Mattel team for sending me this sample to review for you guys here. This Shawn Michaels was exclusive only on Mattel Creations, where you can go purchase him right now. He does retail for, I believe it's $45. The pre-order should hopefully be shipping soon. I haven't got any notifications yet because I actually did pre-order another figure for myself. So hopefully those will come out soon. But a chance to give you an early, in-depth look at this Ultimate Edition figure. I know a lot of you guys were excited for it, as was I when it was announced. And looking at this packaging, it just looks so freaking big for your standard Ultimate Edition box we're used to. You can see how plussed up it is. Really premium looking box with this big window box here on the front. You will see the WrestleMania 12 logo, the Mattel logo, WWE logo up top with the Ultimate Edition logo. And you have Shawn Michaels coming down the zip line from his WrestleMania 12 entrance in the white entrance gear. Looks pretty awesome. Like I said, the box just looks really great. And it is a big size. You'll see on the other side, the Ultimate Edition logo, kind of like a Hall of Fame-esque design, if you ask me. You can see the image of HBK here. It does have the WWE logo and Shawn Michaels at the bottom. Up top, it just has the Ultimate Edition logo, same on the other, that is on the side. And on the back of the box, it says Shawn Michaels, Heartbreak Kid. There is some tape here for the slip box. We'll go ahead and cut it open, and we can get a look at the Ultimate Edition figure. Again, it just kind of slips open over here. Nothing on the inside of this box. It's just kind of, you can see there is no actual plastic here. That is on this really fat, thick Ultimate Edition box. And, you know, I do have the Ultimate Warrior from the Shango 2 set, if you guys want to compare the size and the thickness of this new Ultimate Edition for San Diego Comic. And you know, it's an exclusive. It makes sense. It would be something different. I know it still keeps the same pattern, but you will see, again, something different. I kind of like the look of this, like a Hall of Fame kind of ceremony coloring, or the gold. I really do like a look of it, and especially celebrating 40 years of WrestleMania. It just makes sense to have a figure from, you know, iconic moment at WrestleMania. Again, the front will have the Shawn Michaels nameplate, the Ultimate Edition logo, which it also does have a little bit of a hint of like a gold coloring to it. Looks really nice. Up top, still shares the same characteristics as your standard Ultimate Edition box. You get the gold logo. You got Michaels on top. Over to the side, you'll see the Shawn Michaels nameplate. Flipping all the way around, the image of HBK does have WWE on the top here. Again, on the back, look at him do the figure photography, doing that iconic entrance. You'll see HBK here, some stats. If you guys do want to pause and take a look at the read-up, you can do so right now. But enough chatting, let's crack this Ultimate Edition figure out of the box and see what it's all about. A couple of things I wanted to go through with the packaging for Shawn Michaels. So if you are not familiar, the Ultimate Edition always has an homage to each character on the top and the bottom of the box. So for HBK, even though it's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, this is no different. On the top, it says the Heartbreak Kid. And on the bottom, it says the boyhood dream come true. One other thing to point out, the inside of the packaging, you see how that is? There's a little tab here where you can kind of like pull this like insert out. And this is how your accessories are actually displayed. You'll see it's like a tray, which is hidden, which is kind of nice. You can see interchangeable hands and the arms, the head, and the ponytail. But we're going to get full on in depth with the figure right now. So here we go. Let's take a look at the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Ultimate Edition WrestleMania 12 Shawn Michaels. So he comes with a ton of accessories. You will get a set of the open hands. You can see on these hands, I really do like that they have the glove design or the heart logo on the glove. But if you guys look closely, they actually painted over the peg. You can see the different details here, which they don't often do with Shawn Michaels figures. If you look at the ringside collectibles defining moments, Texas Royal Rumble Shawn Michaels, that was kind of just left blank. I do love how that continues on here. That is great attention to detail and much needed for such an iconic look. You also do get a set of fisted hands, with the other one being on the figure, and a set of the mic open holding hands, which also does have the same design carrying through. You get your interchangeable arms here for Shawn Michaels. You can see one does have the heart logo. Ever since my Ultimate Edition Razor, or excuse me, Scott Hall figure came in, I had 2 left arms. Now I'm like always looking to see if I have a QC defect, and I hope that's not the case. Sometimes they just look a little odd, but these arms do look to be the right sides. You can see the glove design continues on the wrist tape. You get the trolley, I believe this is what it's called. We'll zoom out so you get a better look. You get the trolley, or whatever this is called, the zip line, for HBK to come down. You can see this is where he's supposed to hold on to. It actually does open up, if you guys want to see. Just kind of plugs in, and you can put a piece of string. They included this, like, hard piece of string just for the display purpose, so I wouldn't recommend using this. If you get, like, some kind of like wire or something to put in between, fishing wire maybe, that should be sturdy enough for him to kind of like glide down if you can, rig it up to look in your display that way. But this looks really nice. I do like the detailing too. Kind of a little bit of a flat finish here, but you can see a little bit of some paint applications added on here. This looks pretty cool, very innovative if you ask me, just something different. And we've seen this look a few times in Mattel line, so definitely a way to plus it up by including these accessories. We've seen it as a WrestleMania Elite, and as well as, I believe it's the entrance crate, right? But more accessories. You do get 2 interchangeable heads. So you get this kind of like smiling scan, which I believe came with the Amazon Fan Takeover Shawn Michaels, which I don't like. Never really did like. It's just an odd looking smile. You get the boyhood dream after he wins the title. You can see his eyes closed. And again, these head sculpts are very specific. Also to note, he does come with a removable ponytail. So you can port in the head that actually is on the figure itself, has another ponytail. And I don't like this gimmick. I hate it. I don't like the interchangeable hairpiece. I've decided, especially the ponytails. I don't like it. I'd rather have the ponytail piece just be normal. I don't need one that's sticking out to the side here. But that's just my opinion. Let me know your thoughts down below. But if you want to compare it with the head that we do have on the figure itself, without a doubt, I feel like this screaming head here is the better of the 3. So again, very specific to when he wins a title. You got this kind of like smiling scan here. You can see the ponytail just kind of sits flat down on this one. I do like they painted the tie red. A little bit of some red paint marks on mine, man. That's a little annoying. But you know what? I got 2 ponytails, right? That's whatever. Sorry. You can move on to his entrance gear, and this is pretty stunning. So I do like that they went with molded arms this time around instead of just like a soft goods piece. And look at all the details and design. We're going to zoom in for you. You can see all of the like kind of silver like kind of designs painted on the front. So you can see the chain around his chest, and even on the side of his shoulder pieces. I don't get it with the interchangeable arms. I'm curious to know why Mattel can't make these pinless. They're still going with pinned arms for anything that's most part been interchangeable as far as the hard good arms for like a jacket or something. But you can see the nice design detailing here. That's my only complaint. Looking at the back, some more detail. I guess that's how it ports off. And I'm nervous to take this off because I feel like it will never fit as seamless as it probably does right now on the figure. See more detailing on the other side here. And again, on the bottom here, you can see the white for the entrance jacket or whatever piece you want to call it. Looks really good. There is Velcro here. We've seen similar designs with these kind of these chaps for HBK. We've seen them defining moments figure. We've seen it with his original Ultimate Edition Series 4. Different designs. I do like the look how it's printed on here. Feels really good. I hope this is not a pain to take off. You can see there is Velcro here on in the back, and we can remove that and take a look at his actual ring gear. But on a whole, excuse me while I zoom in too much, on a whole, this figure actually looks really nice. I personally would love another one to display him in his ring gear, which we're going to take a look at next. Obviously, we'll swap all the interchangeable heads on here too. But this figure actually looks really good as is right now. All right, so we got HBK out of his entrance gear, and I'll be honest, this wasn't really too bad to remove. I just kind of unplugged it from the back, popped off his arms and his head, and just kind of slid it over the top just to, I guess, kind of keep it in place of how it's going to look out of the factory. The pants were a little bit of a bigger pain in the butt to get off. Be careful. I don't want to rip them. Even when you take them off, I feel like they get a little wrinkly looking. You can see that here on the back. But similar to the chaps design we've seen before, like I said. And one thing to note, mine had an issue where the peg was actually sticking out of its leg. I had to take a plier and squeeze in. It's still not all the way in yet, but for review's sake, it's good enough right now. I actually did go ahead and swap the head out as well. You can see the smiling scan with that ponytail that's flying out in the air if he's going for sweet chin music or something, or he's coming down from the rafters. But that head, not my favorite. We will definitely get a close-up and swap all the heads, but the ponytails are interchangeable. I'm definitely going to probably be displaying this figure in the entrance gear with the screaming head on there. Again, the torso here, I want to say I like the more cut Seth Rollins torso better for Shawn Michaels. I feel like this gives him a little bit of a beer gut kind of look. I don't know why they stuck with this formula. I feel like the original Ultimate just looks so nice, and since then we've been getting this kind of like bigger gut version. I don't like it. I don't think this fits Shawn Michaels. He was pretty ripped back in the day, and I don't know. I feel like he looks a little fat, to be honest. But if you guys want a quick close-up, that is the chest hair on there. Looks okay. I feel like could have a little more design here on the front. You can see the arms here, how they look with this nice design on the hearts. I absolutely love how they completed that. You can see the traditional HBK tattoo on his arm. I don't know, you think his arms could be bigger, or is this a good size? I'm kind of like in between. I could see bigger arms on him, but I'm okay with the ones they gave him too. Again, you can see the heart design continuing on. The traditional white tights that he did wear from WrestleMania 12. Again, we've seen this before from Mattel, and they're redoing it here in Ultimate Edition form. One thing that also made it a little harder for the chaps to come off, a lot of the figures we got did not have knee pads. I guess the original Ultimate Edition, was it Series 4, did come with like a plastic piece that made it a little easier to take off, but like the defining moments from the Ringside Collectibles version did not have knee pads, and that made it a little easier to get those cloth chaps off. So be careful with the knee pads, but I'm so happy they included it. It's annoying when you get an HBK and he does not have the knee pads. It even completed the black trim on the back. Look how clean that Heartbreak Kid logo looks on the back. Again, you can see the broken hearts continuing on. He does have these black kickers. You can see, again, a little bit of a loose ankle here, and I'm glad we're switching to the new articulation. I wish they would have done it with this figure, but you can see a nice silver detailing on his kickers. And while we're at it, let's do it. Let's go into articulation for this figure. So the head will fully rotate with that straight ponytail sticking out. Got the butterfly joint. The arms do hinge in and out. Bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows. The hands do rotate and hinge as well. Diaphragm joint doesn't move the best. You get some good range of motion. He goes down about that much, about that far back. Head looks down pretty good, actually, and looks up not too bad. I feel like that's the next evolution for Mattel. I think they will get there. Waist articulation. He does have the drop-down hips where he kicks up about that much. Does the splits pretty good. Not tight at all, man, but look how ugly it looks with those drop-down hips. You will get the thigh cut. You get the double-jointed pin legs here for HBK. The boot cut, again, the ankles do, feet do up and down. They also do rock slightly. You do get the toe articulation. I will say my left knee is a little loose. Not too loose, but enough where you push him down. You kind of see how it wants to bend forward a little bit. But articulation, definitely not as bad as some of the prior elites that we've gotten from Mattel. I think this figure is doing pretty well versus those. Let's take a quick close-up at all of the HBK heads. So you do have the smiling scan, and again, you can interchange the ponytail depending on which head you like best. We do have the screaming scan that comes on the figure body, and like I said, I really do like this head. You can see how the flat ponytail looks, but looks pretty good on this Ultimate Edition body. We also do have the boyhood dream coming true head where he wins the title and he closes his eyes to bask in the glory. And you can see how one side of the hair is a little longer than the other, the way it was draped. You can see the sculpt here, how it's kind of parted. Really do like that attention to detail, and I absolutely do love this head, but this is going to be a very specific display. You're going to have him on his knees getting the championship belt if you're going to go with this head. Let's run through some Shawn Michaels comparisons. So we have a guy who's had such longevity and has had so many different looks throughout his career. So we have some later run Shawn Michaels. We have the SummerSlam Elite here on the left. And on the right, we have the From the Vault Ringside Collectibles exclusive DX Shawn Michaels. A few more Shawn Michaels. We have the Greatest Hits Elite here in the red trunks from WrestleMania 14. We also do have the Ringside Collectibles exclusive From the Vault DX in your house Shawn Michaels. And you can see how much bigger this Ultimate is versus these Elites. Not only in height, but even in size. Like I'm saying, that torso is just too big for the Shawn Michaels. Some Ultimate Shawn Michaels comparisons. So we have the Ultimate Edition Series 4 here on the left. You will see this like plastic piece on these chaps, which definitely makes it a lot easier to slide up and down off the figure. I feel like this was never that much of a pain in the ass. Getting the entrance gear back on this figure after moving it was a little tough. You will see there are some more wrinkles that kind of formed. This actual piece here in the back does kind of open up, which I didn't know was kind of a little snug. So on this side, you can port it out as well as this piece here to slide over. So that wasn't too bad, but be careful. I feel like this potentially can rip if you are not gentle enough. You also have the Amazon Fan Takeover Ultimate here. This one had the earrings that are removable. You'll see it is the same head, different kind of sculpted hair piece. You'll see that once you remove the hat, he's kind of got that hair sticking down on the front, but it is the same head utilized here. These chaps also, for some reason, they're a little baggier, as you can see how they fit on there. They're just a little easier to get off, but some great looking attires for the Ultimate Shawn Michaels, especially the entrance gear. But I do want to compare the torso. So this torso is the same as this Ultimate here, but this one has more of a ripped torso, which we're going to remove all the gear and compare. Look at the torso on the Ultimate Edition Series 4. To me, this was perfect for Shawn. I don't know why they changed the formula. This bubble gut torso on the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive is just not doing it for me. They also used it on the Amazon Fan Takeover. I just feel like this leaner torso was perfect for HBK. Imagine him with the butterfly joints. He could have just easily used the Seth Rollins torso. But you can see the design difference, like I said, just... I don't know. I feel like the chest hair even looks a little more aesthetically pleasing here. There's a big gap on that one. This head is actually swapped from the Defining Moments figure. I'm kind of curious to see how it fits on this brand new Ultimate. Just for the hell of it. Why not? Let's take a quick head swap. These are always fun to do. And that doesn't look too bad. I don't know if he had his hair like that at any time during the match. Obviously, different era of HBK. But some different swappable options for you guys. Here's a fun comparison. So I actually do have the WrestleMania Elite Shawn Michaels that came in the same WrestleMania 12 attire. I did throw on the entrance gear from the Entrance Greats figure, so you'll see the difference. Look how far we've come as far as detailing. This was like a cloth jumpsuit thrown on here, and this just looks way more premium. I mean, look at that. Look at the chaps and all the details. So I did want to remove it and compare the tights underneath, but unfortunately, mine is starting to rip here, if you guys can't see that around the bottom. So I'm not going to play with this and remove it. This is actually one full piece. You can see it's sewn together. So I remember this being such a pain in the ass to get on, and I never took it off. But you get some slight look here at the tights design. You can see how much bigger that heart is and the different kind of shine on the Ultimate. It's better. The boots... Like I said, I'm sorry I can't take it off, but I feel like I'm going to remove it and it's going to rip. You can even see on the arms, like this fabric is slightly deteriorating. But honestly, this guy's going to hit the bricks. I don't think he's going to stay in my collection now that we have this brand new Ultimate. We also have Shawn Michaels versus his WrestleMania 12 opponent in Bret the Hitman Hart. Obviously, this is not the attire from that match. I don't even know if we've got an Elite from the WrestleMania 12 match with Bret Hart, but we do have the Monday Night Wars Ultimate Edition. And again, as close as that attire is going to look to what he wore. You can see height-wise, Shawn is actually a little taller. I believe they're around the same height, but Shawn shouldn't be that much taller if you ask me. But if you guys wanted a quick look at the opponents, here they are. If you guys have enjoyed this video review, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That really does help my channel grow, allows me to create more great content for you guys. It's not all about revenue, it's about growing this channel. So for those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. It really does mean a lot. I want to hear all your thoughts and feedback on this figure down below. Did you order it? Are you going to pass? Are you looking to grab it? Are you excited for it? What do you like? What don't you like? Don't forget to turn on those notification bells. Stay tuned to the newest action figure reviews here on my channel. So I guess I was wrong. I feel like I always picture HBK with this head like in that crouch down position, but there is an iconic picture of him with his fists up after he's won the belt with his eyes closed. So yeah, there's another display option. Maybe that's the way to go if you can display him with his ring gear. But my personal take on this Ultimate Edition figure, I actually really do like it. If there's any complaint, I don't like that smiling head and I don't like the interchangeable ponytails. Other than that, this figure is awesome. I love the extra attention detail, like the painting on the gloves to complete the design. It looks nice, even though this was a figure we've seen many times before in Elite form and in basic form. So we're getting it now done in Ultimate Edition form, and I think this is the best version. The torso choice, I mean, it's debatable. I don't like it. I know some people think it fits. I think he could be a little leaner. I would like the Seth Rollins torso, but the figure is just really fun. The white really does pop. They did a phenomenal job with the entrance gear. You get the zip line with him coming down. all in all, I say go ahead and buy. This is definitely something to not sleep on. This is still available for order on MattelCreations.com. I believe it's retails for $45, so head over there and grab it. Huge thank you to Mattel for sending me this early sample to review for you guys. I've had a lot of fun doing this video review. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Before you go, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at AlexWestCollects. Thank you all for your continued support. It means a lot that you do watch these videos, and I'll catch you all on the next one.